Why do we exist? The question of why we exist is perhaps the most fundamental and timeless inquiry that human beings have ever pondered. It reaches beyond our daily routines, transcends our individual ambitions, and probes deep into the core of what it means to be human. Why are we here? Why does anything exist at all? Is there a purpose to life, or are we simply an accident in the vast cosmos, drifting aimlessly through time and space? The search for meaning has been central to human thought for millennia. Religion, philosophy, and science have all sought to answer this question, each offering a different perspective on existence. And yet, despite the thousands of years of inquiry, the mystery remains unsolved. The question lingers like a shadow at the edge of human consciousness, both haunting and inspiring us as we continue to seek answers. In this exploration, we will delve into different perspectives, from the existential to the cosmic, from the religious to the philosophical, and attempt to unravel the enigma of why we exist. But as with all profound mysteries, the answer may not be simple or even definitive. Perhaps the journey itself is where the meaning lies. The religious perspective, creation and divine purpose. For many, the question of existence is inseparable from the idea of a creator. In religious traditions around the world, human existence is explained through the lens of divine intention. In Christianity, for example, it is believed that humans are created by God, made in His image, and that their existence serves a divine purpose. The Bible tells the story of creation, where God speaks the universe into being, and humanity is given a unique place within this creation, tasked with stewardship over the earth. In Islam, similarly, life is seen as a test from Allah, with the purpose of existence being to worship and serve Him. The Quran speaks of humans being created to serve a higher purpose, one that transcends the material world. In Hinduism, existence is part of a grand cosmic cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, where each soul progresses through different lives in search of ultimate enlightenment and union with the divine. These religious narratives provide comfort to many, offering a framework in which life has inherent meaning, purpose, and direction. Existence, in this view, is not random but intentional. Each of us is part of a grand design, unfolding according to divine will. But for those who question the existence of a higher power, or for those who find these explanations unsatisfactory, the question remains: if there is no creator, why are we here? This view can be both liberating and terrifying. On the one hand, the existentialist perspective frees us from the constraints of a fixed destiny. We are not bound by any divine or cosmic purpose. We are free to shape our own lives, to carve out our own paths, and to define our own meaning. In this way, existence becomes an open canvas upon which we can paint our lives according to our own choices, values, and desires. On the other hand, the absence of inherent meaning can lead to a sense of existential despair. If there is no ultimate purpose to life, why bother? Why struggle? Why love? Why suffer? Camus explored this dilemma in his famous work, The Myth of Sisyphus, where he compares human existence to the plight of Sisyphus, a figure from Greek mythology condemned to push a boulder up a hill, only to watch it roll back down, repeating this futile task for eternity. For Camus, the absurdity of life is inescapable, but the response to this absurdity is not despair, it is rebellion. We must imagine Sisyphus as happy, finding meaning in the act of pushing the boulder, not in the outcome. For the existentialist, then, the question of why we exist is reframed. It is not about discovering an external purpose imposed upon us, but about creating our own meaning in a universe that offers none. The scientific perspective, a cosmic accident. While religion and philosophy provide deeply personal and introspective answers to the question of existence, science offers a different, more detached view. From the scientific perspective, the existence of life, and human life in particular, can be explained through the laws of physics, chemistry, and biology. The Big Bang, which occurred approximately 13.8 billion years ago, set into motion the expansion of the universe. Over time, stars formed, galaxies coalesced, and on one tiny planet orbiting an ordinary star in the Milky Way, conditions arose that allowed life to emerge. According to evolutionary theory, life on Earth developed through a process of natural selection. Over billions of years, simple organisms evolved into more complex beings, eventually leading to the emergence of Homo sapiens. From this perspective, human existence is the result of countless random events and processes. Had the conditions on Earth been slightly different, had the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs missed its mark, or had a mutation in our ancestors' genetic code not occurred, we might not be here at all. In this view, our existence appears to be a cosmic accident, a fluke of chance in an indifferent universe. There is no guiding hand, no grand purpose. We are the result of natural processes, no more or less significant than the stars or the stones. But even if science explains how we came to exist, it does not answer the deeper question of why. Can we find meaning in a universe that seems to care nothing for us? Or are we left to grapple with the fact that our existence may be utterly without purpose? The philosophical perspective, searching for meaning in an infinite universe, philosophers have long wrestled with the question of existence, often seeking answers in metaphysics, ethics, and epistemology. Plato believed that the material world was a shadow of a higher, more perfect reality, and that the purpose of human existence was to seek truth and knowledge. Aristotle, on the other hand, focused on the idea of telos, or purpose, arguing that everything in nature has an intrinsic goal, and that the purpose of human life is to achieve eudaimonia, a state of flourishing or well-being. In modern times, philosophers have increasingly questioned whether meaning can be found in the universe itself, or whether it is a thing humans must create for themselves. Existentialists, as we've seen, argue that meaning is not inherent but must be forged through individual action and choice. Other thinkers, like Friedrich Nietzsche, suggested that the quest for meaning is itself an illusion, a product of human psychology. Nietzsche's concept of the will to power suggests that humans are driven not by a search for meaning, but by a desire to assert and express their own power and creativity. Meanwhile, Eastern philosophies such as Buddhism offer yet another perspective. Rather than asking why we exist, Buddhism focuses on the nature of existence itself, emphasizing the impermanence of life and the illusion of the self. In this view, the question of why may be less important than the realization that all things are interconnected and that suffering arises from attachment to the false idea of a permanent individual self. The mystery of existence. Is there an answer as we survey the many perspectives on why we exist? It becomes clear that there is no single definitive answer. The question touches on the deepest aspects of human thought and experience, from the religious to the existential, from the scientific to the philosophical. Each perspective offers a piece of the puzzle, but none can claim to provide a complete picture. Perhaps the greatest mystery of existence is that it defies easy explanation. To ask why we exist is to confront the limits of human understanding, to grapple with the unknown. But in this mystery lies something profound. The recognition that life is not just about finding answers, but about asking the right questions. The search for meaning, purpose, and understanding is part of what makes us human. So why do we exist? The religious person might say that we are here to fulfill a divine purpose, to serve God, or to reach enlightenment. The existentialist might say that we are here to create our own meaning in a meaningless universe. The scientist might say that we exist because of random chance and natural processes. And the philosopher might tell us that the question itself is a reflection of our deepest anxieties and aspirations. In the end, the answer may not be as important as the journey. To exist is to wonder, to seek, to explore. Our existence, whatever its cause or purpose, is a mystery that invites us to live fully, to question deeply, and to embrace the unknown. And perhaps in that embrace of the mystery, we come closer to understanding why we are here at all.